Welcome everybody, it is the Essence and I hope you're having a great day. Today we're going to be doing another scouting breakdown on a player in the 2026 NBA draft class, and that is Tounde Yessoufou. He'll be taking his talents to Baylor next year, and I think he'll be very impactful for them. He's a 6'6", about 210-pound wing, and yeah, I just wanted to give my thoughts on him. I've went through his film and I really liked what I saw. There is some things that I see that I definitely think will need to be worked on for him to, be a very impactful player in the NBA, especially offensively. But overall, Tounde is definitely a top 10 player in this class, in my opinion. I've seen a lot of people compare him to Anthony Edwards, and as like if you watched his highlights, I guess you could come to that conclusion. But when you really, go through Tonde's game, he's not really anything like Ant. He's more of an off-ball wing that provides really, really exceptional defense and then just a lot of versatility on offense. He's a really good rebounder. He's a good screener. He's a really exceptional driver. His driving game is what I guess could, make that Anthony Edwards comp make sense. But then there's a lot of other things offensively that compared to Ant, he isn't really close to. Like, he's not an initiator of the offense. He's not really a great passer at all. His ball handling and shooting isn't up to what Ant's was when Ant was in high school. But that doesn't mean he's not going to be good. Ant is a really high bar to set for a player. I see Tounde more like OG Anunoby. Just a really big, powerful wing that offers you a lot offensively as well. So with that being said, let's get right into this film. This first clip is just going to show you how explosive Tounde is. You see him here being used as a screener, and he's going to get this pocket pass from Jason Crow, who is another prospect I really like, and just explode through the defense. This is his calling card, basically. Once Tounde gets a full head of steam, you really should just get out of the way. He only needs one dribble right there to just explode through the defense, and you're going to see that throughout this video. Tounde is a very explosive athlete. I think that's why defensively and as a driver, he's going to translate pretty well to the NBA level. Now, his ball handling isn't, insanely good, so I don't think he'll be like a driving creator all the time, but he is definitely a guy who can attack closeouts and really make defenders pay. As you see right here, where this defender kind of gambles for a steal right here, doesn't get it, and then Tounde's instantly going to take off right here. One thing I love about Tounde, at 6'6", and as bulky as he is, he can get really low and stay in control and just explode through the defense. You see how low he is right here? This is insanely impressive. He just looks like a running back just hitting the hole, getting ready to truck stick somebody. And that is just what you want, In a driver, as a driver, you need your pad level to be low. If you can't get low, you're not going to get by guys. That is Tounde's greatest skill offensively, is his ability to just get low and explode through these gaps. You see he even gets lower right here as he avoids this defender trying to get a steal, and it just gets him to the rim. There's basically not even a contest on this layup because he just blows through the whole defense, and he gets this nice lefty lay right there. One thing I do worry about Tounde, his left-hand touch is very concerning at the moment. You saw a left-hand layup right there. I went through damn near every bucket for Team Wynot and a bunch of other miscellaneous games, and he does not finish well with his left hand. He actually tries to avoid using his left hand as much as possible, and it's weird because he is actually like a primarily left leaning driver. Like, he doesn't drive to the right side of the basket that much, and that's just a little bit concerning because in the NBA and even in college, if you're driving downhill left most of the time and you can't make a left-handed layup, that's going to be really easy to shut off for the defense. So definitely something to be concerned about. I mean, I'm not saying he won't develop it. I feel like his hands are good. He has good touch overall, so I'm not saying he'll never be able to, hit left-handed layups. It's not like something that is going to be entirely like something that's going to limit his ceiling, but it is something to worry about. You see here again, driving left. Again, the explosion is crazy. Look how low he gets. And he stays in control. I really love his ability to do that at 6'6". I know I already said it, but it really is my favorite thing about Tounde is just how hard it is to stay in front of him. And then again, I really love his contact balance and bend right here as he picks up his dribble, gets into this defender, shields him off, and then goes up for this right hand floater and avoids this center coming over to block his shot. Really nice layup right there. That's a very tough angle, and again, look how low he is. His head is like damn near parallel with his hips. That is insane, and yeah, just blows through the defense, shields off with his body. He's an absolute wrecking ball downhill. The thing about Tounde too, he can shoot that thing, as you see. Right here, again, he's being used as a screener. That's actually something that he does pretty often, and is again why I wouldn't compare him to Ant. He's more of an off-ball player, not really an initiator. But he can pick and roll and pick and pop, and you see, this form looks good. Like his jumper looks really good. I am a buyer in Tounde as a shooter. His touch is really nice, and overall, from what I've seen, he's a very capable shooter, and I think that really bodes well for his ceiling and floor at the NBA level. Because if this guy could be a consistent 3-point shooter, he's just going to be one of the most valuable wings that you could have on your team with everything else that he offers. Um, Again, pick and pop. He can attack closeouts very well too. You see that really hard jab step right here? I love this. Like, because he's such a fucking a force to at the rim. Like you really have to respect his driving game, and you see that right here. Hard jab gets this defender absolutely discombobulated. Steps back, really nice form right there. Greens that is tough for when you're a 6'6" big ass wing to catch, explode, stay with your momentum, step back, and then the jumper looks perfect out of that. Like that is really hard to do, even if you're a small guard. And Tounde is doing this at 6'6", so that bodes well for him offensively at the next level. Like my only concerns for Tounde are on offense, but he shows a lot of flashes and maybe even some creation stuff. Like right here, what we're about to see, I maybe that Anthony Edwards comp could come back. You know, Ant had a lot of issues when he was coming out of high school and college and then developed. So, I mean, if Tounde fully develops, the Ant comp could make more and more sense. But in my opinion, I really only see this guy as a wing at the moment. But when you can do stuff like this, first step is absolutely insane. This guy is cooked at this point. Blow by. Like he's behind him. That is so hard to do. You have to be insanely explosive to end up with your defender completely behind you right there. Again, avoids the left hand, but I really like this layup right here. Just explodes. Look how low he is again with the pad level, completely blows by this defender. Waits for the jump and then switches to the right hand. I like that layup, but again, might want to go with the left hand there. This is another clip where it's showing his offensive potential at the NBA level is when he is a very capable shooter. So you see this guy have to step up. He's stepping up because he knows Tounde can shoot that thing. And this is where he's going to be probably the most impactful offensively in the NBA is just attacking closeouts off of others' creation. Because if he can be a decent shooter, this opportunities like this are going to happen a lot where he can get a defender to jump out at him, and then at that point you're cooked. He's going to blow by you, gets to the middle of the defense, gets absolutely rocked by like three people, and still finishes that layup right there. That should have been an and one. They didn't call it. That is really what makes me high on Tounde, is that if and the shooting looks good, if the shooting continues, he could be a very valuable offensive player, even though I mostly see him as like a defensive prospect. But you know, he shows a lot of these flashes, and he shows some creation right here, using his driving threat to get downhill, bump this defender off, and then pull up for that midi right there. You know, he has some creation flashes, and then the defense is really where he shines. As you see, he comes over off ball and just erases this shot. That is a crazy block. Gets the ball and just explodes through the defense on the fast break. He's a monster on the fast break, by the way. Like, completely, he's the guy you want to find on a fast break. He's just a wrecking ball. And then again, in the passing lanes, he's very active. Gets a steal right here, gets a dunk. You're going to see another clip right here where they're trying to inbound the ball. And Tounde, this is Tounde's man, and he reads this all the way like a cornerback, comes over, intercepts this pass, one hand, gets out on the fast break again. So that is really where I think Tounde is going to be the most impactful, is as a defensive playmaker. He has literally everything you would want in like a modern NBA defender: a strong core, long wingspan, tall, athletic, has very serviceable footwork at the moment, and that is really what makes me a high believer in Tounde. And also the motor, as you're about to see in some of these clips from Nike Hoop Summit, he is always playing his ass off. He's also a really good rebounder as well, and that kind of ties into that. He is always trying to make every play, super active all over the court. Like, I expect that at Baylor, that he's going to be a guy that really makes it known when he's on the court. Like, his impact is going to be felt if he's scoring or not, because he's just such an active body out there. You see right here as he's just jumping around, defending everything. I think he's on like 3 different players throughout this possession right here where they're playing this kind of zone. He gets over on AJ DeBansta over here when Cam throws that pass, then recovers out to Mikel Brown, makes that shot more difficult than it needs to be with his length. And then this is really a great rep here against AJ DeBansta, who is a strong downhill driver and one of the best players in this 2026 class. And you see Tounde just completely body him up, use his chest, use that large frame, allows no penetration. He's super active. The footwork is great on that clip. And this is, again, really what makes me believe in Tounde as a really valuable NBA player in the future, is his ability to just be a super effective point of attack defender that allows no penetration. Like, whatever team gets this guy, their defense is going to take a jump immediately. You could put Tounde on the other team's best player. He is that type of defender. Again, moving his feet with this guy, cuts him off, gets to the mid-range, keeps his hands up, is very disciplined, and then ends up blocking that shot. Really just forces so many tough shots with just his insane gifts and tools on the defensive end. Again, right here, covering the inbound passer. He's going to just get his hands up, get his hands on the ball right there, leads to a steal. Like, he really just makes plays everywhere on the defensive end. As you've seen through these clips, he's got a block, he's got a just straight up just locking somebody up, he's got passing lanes, steals. He really does it all on the defensive end, and that's really what I love the most about him. This is another crazy clip right here where he is in the paint. He's in the paint when this guy receives the ball, jumps from the paint. He jumps from the paint, and he's so long and he's so athletic that it leads to a travel. Because, like, if this guy shoots this jumper, which, I mean, if your defender's in the paint and you're already pulling up, you should be able to shoot that, right? Not when Tounde's defending you. His closeouts are just out of this world. Like, this is insane lateral jumping right here, just flying through the air, forcing that travel right there. Like, that is just straight up tools and gifts right there that Tounde really offers on the defensive end. And then here's just more hustle shit, just chasing this guy down, getting a steal. Like, he's always flying all over the court, trying to make plays. And that's something that I really like about Tounde. You never see him take a play off. He's always out there giving it his all. And, that's really all you can ask for in a guy who has the tools in the package that, Tounde offers. As I said, there is some issues that I do have with this game. The left hand touch, the passing, is a worry at the moment. But overall, he he shows a lot of upside as a modern NBA wing with some slashing, flashes that he could definitely be a slasher at the NBA level. I see him more as like the off ball, shooting really good defensive type wing that just makes plays all over the place, but I really do see potential in him as a driver with just his insane bend flexibility, and control of the ball while he's flying downhill, which is very impressive. As I said, for how big he is, like this clip is insane with how low he gets. And that's why I'm a Tounde Yessoufou believer. He's not exactly Anthony Edwards, I wouldn't say that, but he's a very valuable player with everything that he offers. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and yeah, let me know what you thought about it. Let me know what you think about Tounde. Leave a prospect that you might want me to, make a video about. I'm trying to get a decent amount of this 2026 class covered. It's really hard to. There's a lot of guys that I really like, but yeah, Tounde definitely a top 10 player in this class, and I feel like he's going to be a future very impactful wing in the NBA. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and yeah, have a great day, everyone.